all, it's Ruthie, feeling ever so much better. Thank you for all your kind messages. It was just a common cold, but we seem to have thrown it off. Anyway, it was quite nice because it gave me time to start reading an actual book, which I haven't done for years, so I started into Lord of the Rings. While I was sitting in the sunny spot in the house, I noticed this flower, and ever since I saw it, I've just been longing to put little eyeballs on it. This is probably a case of having too much imagination, but I just want to see it looking at me. I want to see the flower smiling at me. I just think that would be a jolly nice feeling. Ha! Whoops! That would have been unfortunate. No, get out of the way. I want to show them my magnificent artwork. Stinking Sheila. No, move please. No, go away. She's rising in dominance since the house lion has left on a long business trip. Huh? You know, you're getting in the way. You're really getting in the way. Come on, move away please. Just, no one wants to see that end of you. Stop it. It's positively indecent. Right, I'll show you my artwork in a minute, eh? I'm quite pleased with that, I am. I think that's quite cute. Can keep me company as I finish the rest of Lord of the Rings. Well, providing I find time this week, which may or may not happen. Well, we're just archiving our promotional materials we've used over the years because we're having a big cleanup here at Rosebank House because Mum's back and she's tidying things up, but we don't want to forget the bits and pieces we've tried and used because they will be special one day, although at the moment they're more in the category of stuff we just want to move on from because both me and Mum are very closure driven. So once we start throwing things out, most things get thrown out. Oh, and look what Mum found. This natty little bow tie. And we're just hoping that the house lion comes back soon so we can put it on him. I think it was going to go to my brother John, but you know, it's really more the house lion's colour, to be honest. Sorry, John. It looks like you're going to miss out. You guys, look at this. Dad's opened the hole just enough so they feel like they can get in, but they actually can't. And now they're fighting over who gets to go through the hole first, which is ridiculous because neither one of them can fit through the hole. No, you're not coming in. Dad says you're not allowed in. But he's going to Echuca soon. Oops. He was still in the room. But he doesn't seem to have heard me, so that's good. There are Mum and Dad going off to Echuca, leaving me with the house all to myself, which is good because I like to have long, elaborate conversations with myself, and it's best not to have eavesdroppers around when you're doing that sort of thing. They'll be back in a few days. Oh, and Dad got that hat from England. Doesn't it look good on him? Mum says he suits English hats because he has a round English face. And it's actually true. Oh, it always takes him about 3 attempts to leave. Yeah. I'm just showing people your English hat.
What's that?
Just showing people your English hat. Because it looks so nice. There they are, getting ready to go. I like that orange top of Dad's in the evening when he stands in the dining room area and the sun hits him just right. The whole room glows bright orange and it's very hilarious. Is he going to give me a friendly little toot? Probably not. He'll be setting the GPS up. He loves GPSs. He loves GPSs a lot. And when he was in the UK, they went somewhere with some friends of theirs, and he didn't need the GPS because his friend was a local, but he still wanted the GPS. Because he just loves GPSs, you see. Bye-bye! Oh, that is not gonna work for me. Mum's come back from the UK and done a big clean up, and that involves stuffing all the baking trays and things in the oven, because Mum views an oven as a multi-purpose space where you can store things, and I do not. I view it as a place where you bake and you cook, and the idea of having to unload all of those trays and things to make a cake is not going to work. So I'm going to have to find somewhere else to put those. Maybe not in the side cupboard, because she clearly didn't like them in there, but no way, that's not happening. Well, I'm rather hopeful that this is a potato. And if this is a potato, there might be some potatoes in there. Just feeling around in the soft soil. Absolutely love potatoes, and oh, it's a potato. I love baby potatoes. You don't need to put any seasoning with them except a little oil, a little pepper, salt, and they just taste amazing. Oh, I love digging for potatoes, especially when they're little ones. They just pop up wild. Well, I suppose they're not really wild. They pop up about this time of year. I'm going to need a few more than that though for a dinner, aren't I? Even though it's just me. Do you know what? It's too early to be digging for them really, but they're so good when they're small. Okay, I see another potato. I'm going to go and dig under that, and then I'll show you what I got. Hardly a lavish harvest, is it? But I figure if I put that with a couple of regular sized ones from Aldi's, that will make a delicious little potato fry up, and hopefully the really fresh taste of the potatoes will make the supermarket potatoes taste good. And look how dirty my fingernails are. That's actually the sign of a really happy day when your hands look like that, but of course I shall go and wash them very thoroughly before cooking anything, because I'm a little bit of a germaphobe, and even though I think dirty fingernails are a sign of happiness, I do not think they should be seen in the kitchen. Well, I need to get the washing in, and I thought I'd bring you out so you could see how lovely the moon is looking. Of course my phone camera's not very good at catching it, but you get a sense of the atmosphere. It's rather crisp and chilly. It's going to be a lovely evening. And I thought I'd just better pop up here. See, there's the moon again. I'm really quite obsessed with the moon. To shut this door, because you know, if a wind whips up in the middle of the night, dashes away, I shall not want to get up to deal with it. Oh, and look at that, it doesn't really fit, but never mind. Handy bricks. I shall just stack a few handy bricks. Oh my goodness, I just got an anxious thought. Imagine if I locked a cat up there. It's the sort of thing that freaks me out a lot. Puss puss! No, no cats. No cats. I just feel criminal if I locked a cat up in there. Some bricks. Because we've had a few rather stiff winds just blow up. And, oh, we are getting a lovely, lovely sunset. Isn't that gorgeous? Really pretty. Now I'm going to go back inside and... No, I'm going to go and get the washing in. And I'm going to cook up my fresh potatoes. Yum, yum, yum. Oh, no washing basket. Well, that's not going to work. I shall go in and eat it. Where is it? Where is it? Ah, there we go. Sitting on Eureka's bed, which he's not using at the moment because he's off ensuring that the world is replenished with cats. What a noble creature. Ah, look at that. The moon and the silhouette of the trees. Oh, and the washing line. That's not as romantic. I think it was Elliot Montgomery who said through the character Anne of Green Gables that there are some poems you can see, and that might be one of them. I should really consult an expert. Marian Gradko. I want to know if that's a poem that can be seen, and I need an expert opinion. So ask Claudine. Sorry, she rather does impress herself as an expert though, doesn't she? Gosh, that's beautiful. Oh, and of course, if you can't get Claudine's opinion, I am interested in yours. But might be best to ask your ladybug friend first. There's my fried potatoes with a few tomatoes from the garden, which I cooked as well. A bit of mince and some rocket. So I don't know how that all hang together, but since a lot of it's fresh, it should be pretty delicious. And I'm by myself with the gas heater and a lovely red teapot full of tea, and oh, I shall have a lovely time. And do you know why I think people like Lord of the Rings so much? I'm about a third of the way through it. I think it's probably a contrast between the tough coldness of the quest and the cozy places they stay when they're recuperating. And that makes sense. That's why I so strongly believe that if the world turns dark, you should turn your home into a lamp, and you should make inside your home as nice and cozy as possible, because our homes are not merely shelters from the physical elements. They are also shelters from the spiritual and psychological elements of the world, which can be quite harsh and horrible. And I think The Lord of the Rings does a good job of contrasting those two things. Anyway, that's my thought on the book so far, which may or may not be worth anything, but that's what I'm getting out of it. And now I shall eat my dinner. Well, it is a foul, foul day here in New South Wales. The trees are moving like they want to storm a castle in Macbeth, and it was raining all night, and although I like cosy weather, I am finding this day a little too cold. So I think I better ring up Mum. She's in Victoria with Dad at the moment. I think they're coming home tonight, and if they are, I think this will be the perfect night to do a brisket, because on a cold, chilly day, what's nicer than a delicious, fragrant brisket with roast vegetables? Nothing, in my opinion. Gosh, there's a storm riding in. So here's a bit of Hamilton family culture for you, although this custom actually comes from Mum's side of the family, from the Shetland Isles branch of the family. So there's this verse in the Bible in Deuteronomy chapter 6, where God says that you must write his commandments and laws on your doorposts, and I think it says your gates and your lintels. And boy, does my family take this seriously. We have pictures from years and years and years ago of the ancestors, and they would write full out Bible verses on their gables, and we seem to have gained a little subtlety because we use blackboards, but as you can see, it's next to a door. And I thought I'd show you this because this week's verse, which I think we can all probably use when you look at the state of the world, is God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in times of trouble. So there you go, a little bit of Hamilton family culture for you. We literally write Bible verses next to doorposts, although actually this is more of a Johnson custom, and we get it from Mum. So I hope that helps you, and I hope that cheers you up. Whatever you're going through, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in times of trouble. Hello all, it's Ruthie. I realise I look a little ridiculous for someone who is currently slow roasting a beef chuck. It turned out to be a beef chuck rather than a brisket, and toasting a muesli, but you catch me at that intersection between creative and domestic tasks, and I thought I'd rather wind up my vlog wearing a costume from another little film I'm working on, rather than my cleaning clothes, which are not attractive and I don't feel good in. And you're jolly well not going to see. So I've currently got a muesli just toasting nicely in the oven. I have a recipe for that muesli, or granola, depending on what part of the world you hail from. And I will put the recipe below. Also, it's the basis of a rather delicious biscuit I make that has a soft toffee salted glaze. So I'll put that below as well. So Mum and Dad have been in Victoria for most of the week. They'll be getting back soon. I've never been to Victoria. I wonder what it's like. Maybe I'll get them to take me one day and I could put that on the vlog. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? And oh, I've had the most lovely week because, as you know, my friend, the actress and writer Marion Gradko is holding an online event for her latest book, Claudine and the Bridge of Two Hearts, and I'm making a dress for it because why not? Well, I should say costume. Why not? Because I love sewing costumes, and I've had ever so much fun researching it because the ladybug moves to Paris, so it seemed to me very natural to look into sort of vintage Dior pieces to get my idea for my costume. I'm not actually recreating something that Dior did because I like to do my own thing. That's the honest truth. I like to do my own thing. But I think of all the designers that have ever been, here's the one that I'm most willing to be inspired by. And I fell down quite an interesting rabbit hole because I discovered the Dior bubble dress, and I'm not quite sure what year that came in, but I will find out because I love fashion history, and that will be quite a nice piece of information to have lodged up there. So yes, that sort of ties into my little film that I'm making, hence the costume that I'm currently wearing. And I'm trying to think of anything interesting I can tell you at the end of this interesting week, because it has been a nice week. But mainly I've just been researching Dior and reading Lord of the Rings. So yes. Oh, and doing writing, of course. And the House Lions blog post should be coming out sometime. He's away on a long business trip and he'll be telling you all about that in his latest blog post. So yes, I've been having a lovely week here at ZealAus Publishing in Rosebank House, and I hope you've been having a lovely week wherever you are. And oh, if you want to find some real inspiration for your creative life, I do strongly recommend that you follow Marion Gradko. And I'll put a link for her below. And oh, excuse me, someone's just come to the door. It is rather cold out there. I'll be back in a minute. Look what I got. They come in when it gets cold, and then they wriggle like anything. But they must be really cold because they're just purring. Yes, so you should go and follow Marion Gradko, because let me tell you, the amount of inspiration that woman and her writing puts into my life, well, it seems a positive scam that I get it for free, but I do get it for free, and you can get it for free too. All you need to do is go and follow her. For instance, this little video that I've been inspired to make, well, I'm currently making, hence the costume. So far, it's got a lovely brick cottage with rose window boxes full of roses, and it's got mail that gets delivered by a snail, because, you know, literal snail mail, you see. And oh, it's got a dress that I'm really proud of, actually. I'm very, very proud of the dress I'm making. I can't wait to show you that. That's going very well. Inspired by the Dior bubble dress, among other things. Oh, and the Alistair McQueen rose dress. I think that came out around about 2017, but I can't quite remember. Anyway, it's all been very, very exciting and very fun here at ZealAus Publishing. And oh, thank you to the people who have been reaching out and telling me how much they like the idea of Mum writing a cozy murder mystery. She's been getting quite excited that people are interested in it. And the funny thing is, I think even Dad's interested in it, because I could hear him talking to her late one night, and he was telling her, oh, and you should put this in this, you should put this in it, and you should put this in it. And actually, he's not a bad one to listen to with murder mysteries, because he's very clever at solving them. Actually, he's the worst. We got to the point last year, because we went on a bit of a little bit of a mystery kick. We were watching Monk, and then we watched Psych, but we gave up on Psych because it ended up getting really, it just started getting incrementally more grotty, and then we were like, it's just not enjoyable once it gets to a certain point. Like, you can overlook a certain amount, but then it's like, ugh. So we stopped with Psych, and then we found Columbo, and we just watched Columbo. We thought that was great, but Dad's really smart, because he can usually solve them. Very fast. He got to the point he could solve them before the theme song ended, because you know they have the hook, the scene that drags you, and then they have the theme song. Except with Columbo, he was still telling us what was going to happen, and
in the end I got quite annoyed. I was like, Dad, it's not as impressive with Columbo because we all get to see the murder happen at the start. So no, that doesn't make you special. But the rule was, with other ones, we said he couldn't solve them before the theme song finished because it was just so annoying to have him say, so-and-so did it, and this is the motive, and this is how they did it, and this is how they're going to get caught out. And I said to him in there, just be quiet. Just because you have this big super brain doesn't mean we want to all hear about it. Nevertheless, I think he's quite a good resource for someone writing their first cozy mystery. And yeah, Mum's quite excited because she's never tried to do one of those before, but apparently when she was young she read loads and loads and loads of Agatha Christie's, and I did not know that about Mum, but there you go. Now I do. It's always interesting when you find out something about your parents that you did not know. So yeah, I suppose I'll go check on my muesli, and then I'll show you that, and then I'll go off and do my little bit of filming for my short film I'm making about making a dress to wear to a party hosted by a ladybug that moved to Paris, and the invitation was delivered by a literal snail. And you guys, wait till you see the snail. The snail is Mum's creation, and what can I say? The woman is vastly talented. So yeah, I'll show you my muesli, and I wish you a good weekend. And Stinking Sheila, the current leader of ZealAus Publishing, it's a very, very large promotion for a intern, a 9-month-old intern, to become the CEO's deputy. But what could we do? We needed someone to lead us, and she was available. So she says hello. Hello. Okay. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Oh, you leave your mum alone. You leave your mum alone. I know she's still feeding you, and then you get all the feed she can get because you're too fast and you're too rough. And I feel quite sorry for your mum. She's really just a kitten herself. So no, you can leave your mum alone, because you know what? The neighbours feed you, and the neighbours would like to feed your mum, but she's too shy, so she doesn't get much because you two just shove her out of the way, and she's a good mum. No, no. You can go out when Mummy's finished eating, okay? No. I assure you, your mother does not want you out there right now. She doesn't. She does not want you out there right now. Oh, there you are. Yeah, I know. Yes, I'm very cruel, aren't I? Very cruel. Yeah? No, this is daycare. What's that thing they have in New Zealand where mums can go and have a sleep while someone takes care of the baby? It's a really good organisation. I can't remember what it's called, but that's what I am. I'm looking after you so your mother can get a break. I think you can go out now. Oh, you found an armchair. All right, off you go. Go on. Goodbye. So cute. So there's my homemade muesli, and it's absolutely delicious with vanilla and cinnamon and walnuts and dates, and the crunch of the walnuts with the softness of the dates is really delicious. And I usually would add banana chips to that, but we're getting a bit low on our banana chips, and between you and me, I love banana chips. I think it's because when I was a child, Mum was really careful with nutrition, so we only had candy in the house or on birthdays and special occasions, and even then it was really controlled. We weren't allowed to just eat and eat and eat candy and cake and that sort of thing, and I'm really grateful for that. Mum was very good with nutrition. But if we did really, really well and Mum wanted to reward us, she would give us a little egg cup full of banana chips. And to this day, whenever I get a handful of banana chips, I just feel like I must have been a very good Ruthie indeed. And the amount of psychological pleasure I get from a handful of banana chips really cannot be overstated. And thus I'm not going to add them to the muesli. Anyway, this has been Ruthie from ZealAus Publishing at Rosebank House. Thank you so much for watching along. I wish you a very nice weekend from the team at ZealAus Publishing. That's currently me and Stinking Sheila, because the house lion is away on a business trip, and Dad is away on a business trip, and Mum is keeping Dad company on his business trip. So it's just me and Stinking Sheila saying, I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I hope to talk to you next week. Bye-bye!